Hello test takers, welcome back to Exam Prep Solutions. Today we're doing another FE exam problem, and it's going to be a construction one here. We have an FE exam excerpt on the right for some different nomenclature involving cost performance index and schedule performance index, and that's what our problem is going to be focusing on here. We have a free guide, the 5 steps to solving any FE exam problem. You can find that in the description down below. Just tell us where to send it. So in this problem, the budgeted cost of work performed is $3,000 and the actual cost of work performed is $3,500. In addition, the budgeted cost of work scheduled is $5,000. So determine the cost and schedule performance indices for the project. So that means we need to determine CPI and SPI for this project, cost performance index and schedule performance index. We can see how to determine these values over tiers, CPI and SPI. So let's do cost first. That's the first one on the left here, and then SPI over here. So CPI equals BCWP divided by ACWP. And that just means BCWP here, budgeted cost of work performed, and ACWP is actual cost of work performed. And so it's important to make sure we have our words in check here and be careful when doing these problems. They're not that difficult, but we just need to be careful with the values that we use. So for budgeted cost of work performed, it was $3,000. Divided by the actual cost of work performed, $3,500. That gives us 0.8571. Then to find our schedule performance index, it would be the budgeted cost of work performed divided by the budgeted cost of work scheduled. And so the budgeted cost of work performed was $3,000 divided by the budgeted cost of work scheduled, which is $5,000. And that's going to equal 0.6. So our answer for this one would be C. Now let's go a little deeper with this problem here. For these values given, is the project behind schedule and also over budget, or is it under budget and ahead of schedule? And so when determining these values here, we want to know what the CPI is. CPI, is it greater than 1? Is it equal to 1? Or is it less than 1? And in this case, the CPI was less than 1. And so what this means is that the project is behind or over budget when it comes to cost because the CPI is less than 1. Same thing with SPI. The SPI was less than 1, meaning the project was behind schedule. If the SPI was greater than 1, then it would be ahead of schedule. And if the CPI was greater than 1, then that means that the project was under budget, that you were not going over the cost. So those are just some terms that you may be quizzed on as well with this problem. But for this sample problem, the answer would be C. 0.86 for the CPI and 0.6 for the SPI. If you have any questions, leave it in a comment down below, and we'll see you guys in the next video.